And I had a lovely man, Izzy Hoffman.
Mm-hmm.
I love Izzy. He still calls me every year to wish me a happy birthday. And he was the first commercial deal I ever did. And he said to me, you've got a knack for that. And so I started to do more and more commercial real estate. And then I recognized I really had an interest for the business side of things.
Okay.
And that I really had more and more of a head for numbers than I ever really thought I did. And saw these talents coming out, and I was enjoying them, and I just I went for it, and I went hard until I didn't. And I kind of had a little bit of I needed to take some time off. So I've always been kind of an all or nothing kind of a person. So like I was everything, and then I had to just stop. I kind of hit a bit of a wall there for 6 months, but real estate up until this year has still been something I've gone back to when I feel the desire and the excitement about it. But I also recognized that as an industry that you're always only chasing your last deal. You're only as good as the last deal. So unless you invest or whatever you want to do with properties, you're always a realtor. And as much as I love real estate, I didn't find I enjoyed a lot of the people in this industry. Kind of overly competitive in ways that I didn't feel necessary. So so here I was in this industry now for about 25 years now.
What's more competitive, or has that psychology, the commercial real estate or the residential real estate? Because
I would not work with residential real estate.
Okay.
Not to knock anybody that does, because there's some great agents out there. But unfortunately, it's mixed with a lot of people that don't have that experience, and they can kind of muddy the waters a little bit. It's got a fairly high failure rate. So the people that have been around for many years, I certainly consider people like that are worthwhile, and they do make their money. But I didn't find that the residential business itself excited me very much. I didn't really like dealing with people's problems, and they're going through a divorce, and this is why they have to sell, and then you have other agents, and I don't know, it's just too. And I also failed to see the value. So I recognized, in my opinion, that residential real estate is going to get more and more available to the average person to do themselves or with the help of a realtor. So I did see us being replaced 20 years ago.
Okay.
And I went into commercial real estate, not specifically for that reason at all, but just because of the practicality. I love the idea that this is the NOI, this is your return on your investment, this is what you're doing.
So it's less emotional,
it's zero emotion. We don't need an emotion. I love that.
It's calculated.
Let's just calculate it. It works, it doesn't work. I don't care if it's pink or purple painted. Who cares, right? So it's like,
it's more math.
How much are you going to make? What's your return on investment? And then I loved the whole idea of like, well, let's look at the future of that property, and now let's look at the zoning, and what could we do today, and what will the highest and best value be, and I just love that whole sort of thing. So I like to take any sort of business of any sort and just kind of rip it down and try and look at it and analyze how it works, because everything's got a pattern, right? And everything's got a solution. So anyways, that's kind of my real estate life. But along those ways, along that time, I also recognized I wanted to work for myself more and more, and I wanted something that wasn't specifically commercial or wasn't specifically commission driven, something a little more solid, or not, but at least something that was mine. And so at one time I owned a Remax office with a group of people. So there was 4 of us, I think, that purchased the company, and so I had thought maybe I would be part of that, and then I continued on, and I went to work with Prime Corp, and I worked with them for a long time. And at that point, they were like, "Well, you're going to have to give up your shares at Remax because you're working at this company." So at that time, I thought, yeah, I need something for myself too. Everybody else wants something. I would like something. So that's where the store came in and all that sort of thing.
Okay. And so, what store? What was the...
So, of course, the first store I bought was a chain of stores called Couples Romance Stores.
Okay.
So, Couples was an existing store in Ottawa. I thought it had a fairly good reputation from what I could see, at least as a beginning